I go back to here, look at me with these fucking transitions. It's almost like I finally managed to get my stream deck in order. I look over what I want to stream off and end up with Bill or Malice just play this. Like, why do we share tasting games? Because we are of similar mind. It's not a bad thing. I'm gonna move that chat. Holy shit. Not want that overlapping fucking all the text on that side of the screen. Move that there. And I shall put me over the end turn button. A weird bit smaller. Yeah. There's the bad things. The bad things are all around us. And we are one with them. Get used to it. But worry not. Fucking Project Lucidity. We can, when SM2 comes out, I believe it is still this way, but I don't know what things are like. I believe that the campaign is still co-op. We shall do that shit together. As for who gets to be the biggest, baddest Smurf in the woods, it's up for debate. Right. So this is not a fresh campaign, because we all know what the first turns of Archaeon look like, but I will run it through for you. So I've gotten 2 Black Fortresses, Writhing Fortress and I think it's Characteron? Done. Yeah. They're not particularly large, only level 2, and I believe this one's going up to level 2. Yeah, come here. Yeah. So, nothing particularly major. The army is largely Marauders. I'm only just now starting to get them up to the level where they can start to be promoted. As you can see, I've already flipped the Khorne warriors with halberds out for dual axes, because quite frankly, if warriors of Khorne don't have the dual axes, then they aren't worthy of being called warriors of Khorne. And these things are infantry fucking monsters, so love them. I love writing extra time on my hour sheet at work because, well, leave yet? Well, that's something you do need to take up with your line manager. Depends. Did you take your leave within the last 2 months? Because if so, often they skip a month of payroll. So, yeah, be wary of this. Hang on. Wife text. Wife text. She texted me to tell me that in a couple of weeks, a new Grand Tour will be released. Hell yeah. Over many months. You being no, so don't care anymore? That's the spirit. That's the way. Right, so where it's going. I've grown this tribe to these 4 areas, so we're doing okay on that front. But it is now time to deal with fucking Boris. And Boris, yeah, his army's all right. The bit that gives me particular pause, he's got a couple of bits of Zargard here, which are somewhat hard, and he's got these Warbear riders, which do fill me with trepidation. So that is something I've got to deal with. I do have this sorcerer, but he's largely pointless at the minute. I kind of don't have any units that I'm like particularly like stuck on. I mean, I suppose these Demon Spew could be helpful, but I'm not really willing to let go of anything because I'm trying to train these up into warriors. So, becomes my official answer. You do today, hopefully. We can only hope. You know, standard stuff. Make sure you don't leave on bad terms if you want a good reference, and you've got to work for it, I'm afraid. You've got to leave on somewhat good terms with your manager. And it does really help you in the future, honestly. Like, one of the biggest fucking hurdles that really fucking docked me when I was trying to build up my career is not having good references, because every fucking time I told the manager to go fuck themselves. Fair, they deserved it, but it didn't help me in the career department. Only recently have I been able to get some really good references off of managers. Off of managers that I actually didn't mind working for and were very good managers. So, you know, that's sort of figuring out. But I'm 28 now, and it's taken me years to do that and about 5 jobs. So, you know, try to leave on good terms. I notice, well, depends. Don't give a fuck about the reference, and it's up to you, but try not to burn bridges, eh? Right, I've only gone this far with the research. Turn this up my ears. And I'm going into Rite of Ascension at the moment. So I've got all the experience buffs on the Marauders, and I've only really got one that's getting close, unfortunately. This guy wants more rank, and he can go up to Doom Knights, which I'm thinking about not even moving him up to, because the Doom Knights are on the fucking torso things, which are fun for sieges, but as normal cav, they're a bit shit. So I might wait until these two have upgraded themselves into Chaos Knights. I've got some trolls because trolls are useful, monstrous infantry and all that. I much prefer them to spawn who just run in and get themselves killed for no fucking reason. So I asked a manager that I never worked under to be my reference, never used it though. Well, that's certainly a method, because some managers just don't give a fuck. Yeah, now we've got to deal with fucking Boris. I mean, he's decided to raid in my vassal's territory. Fine, honestly. Means I can still get the jump on him. Because I know one of the earliest and most frequent barriers to a good Archaeon game is Boris. Eternally, it's fucking Boris. Like, you either die to Boris really early on, or, you know, he's no problem at all, so we'll see which one it is. Raid the Burning Monolith, for a bunch of money. Well, we can do that, certainly, but not just yet. I've got vassals on the way, but I'm not really all that willing to... wait for him. I kind of need to get a move on this one. Unfortunately, I didn't get any ranks in that, so we're going in. Oh, that's no good, is it? To be fair, he's mostly just Kossar, so if I can keep him in close combat, then I should be all right. He's got 2 units of warbears, huh? A good veterancy too. Okay, so long as I err on the side of the line that doesn't have that many armored, because he's got 2 armored Kossars here and then 2 Zargard. If I keep away from these and try to focus down the bulk of his force, I should be all right. His dervishes don't really worry me all that much. I mean, I've got my own cavalry to deal with them. These warbears. I don't really have any anti-large units ever since I swapped out the halberds. We swap out the warriors, but we're a bit late for that. I think I'll focus them down with the Marauder horsemen because they've got javelins and shit. That should work. That should work just fine. He's got a patriarch, which means he's basically wasted a hero slot. He's already got 2 of his fucking uniques because AI cheats like a whore. He was my supervisor for a little bit. I think he was mostly happy with not having to deal with me as like all that bullshit. Well, yeah, you get those. Need you to ask permission to go to the toilet? I'm not gonna do that. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure no country on Earth outside of China requires people to fucking ask for permission to go to the loo. Even though, no, just don't. No, fuck off. Yeah, just sod off. I do have a banner though. What's this then? Missile block chance. Affects all allies in range. Missile resistance. Who do you give that to? I'll give it to the Cav, because they're gonna be one standing off and having to throw. They don't even let you go apparently, so you just piss on the floor. Fuck them. If they're not gonna let you go, then they'll learn the consequences of that real fast. Yeah, seeing as it's going to be the Marauder horsemen who are standing off of the line throwing javelins. It was illegal and they dropped it after a week. Oh, big time. Yeah, because all it takes is someone to call it out. Because then they'll be like, okay, so what if we just force them to do it? Well, if they go to any, I don't know what you call it in Norway, but lawyer, solicitor, someone who you require to issue tribunal, they're going to win real fast. So, no, if they challenge this, we've kind of not got a leg to stand on. In the first few months of Home Office, yeah, when they kept trying to like, I remember a lot of companies got really fucking megalomaniacal. Asshole. Got really megalomaniacal. Amazon too big to care about laws? That's not true. Like, maybe in some parts of America, but the overall truth is the only reason why companies think they're above the law is because people let them be. You challenge them on their bullshit, more often than not, you'll come out ahead. I mean, you might not, in America, you might not have a job afterwards. So be prepared for that, because there's little job protection. But generally, you'll come out ahead. Just, you know, have an exit strategy. Which is something I will preach constantly to everybody. If you, like, have an exit strategy. Like, something can go completely tits up at your work, even if it's a job you like, and you will suddenly be left without. So, don't leave it the chance, have an exit strategy. Okay, another thing I could levy against the warbears is Archaeon. I don't have particularly good spells on him, but Spirit Leech ought to do. I think the trolls, because... Well, to be fair, what's his line like? What we got? Zargard, armored Kossars. Kossar spears, we've got an armored Kossar on the end there. Some Zargard in the middle. Not my problem after that. Big time. Yeah, no, dob them in. Fuck them. If they want to break the fucking law, then they can reap the whirlwind. Fuck them. It is a contract. That means it is a two-way street. Welcome. Right, what we got? Okay, the war bears are in the middle there, so we'll keep them behind the line. As for the Chaos Knights, because of the path to glory that our exalted heroes got, we get Vanguard deployment on these guys. Though I don't feel I'll make use of it. I'm going to deploy them there as a threat, but it's largely just to kind of get him to wait his better troops on this side because I've got my better troops on this side. Be fair. Make that a little worse. They can just come back over when it comes time. So yeah, he's got Armored Cossars and Sargard over here. That's half of his good troops just over there not doing anything. But the fact that he's got his Warbears over here worries me greatly. But we'll see how this runs. Right, we do need to close with him basically as quickly as is physically possible. Pull them in there. These two. We'll set you there. We'll run the Warriors of Chaos directly forward. Because they're shielded, they can weather archer fire a lot better. And considering he's got lots of Cossars, basically every unit in his army is an archer unit. I'm actually going to turn that color up just a touch. Just so it's more visible. Oh. Much better. Only contracts. Is the law's minimum? Oh, of course. Yeah. No, if they're not willing to obey the law, then fuck them. We'll run the Warriors of Khorne just behind that. More so as kind of like a reserve, because I want to set these guys on Armored Cossars or Zargard just to kind of wipe them out quick as we can. Remember that Archaeon and Ograx are on horseback, so I must make sure that I tell them to walk. Otherwise, they will be running away from us. Get the pairs of units in groups. Make sure I don't lose track of them. Job's good. Tell the horsemen to move forward, but walk it. Same with the heroes. I'm going to be choosy about when I commit my trolls. I don't want them to go in immediately. I want to make sure that they bunch up on this side, and then I'm going to charge the trolls in. They're not armored trolls, but trolls are already pretty tanky, so it's honestly fine. I turn the unit info on. Actually a good place for my head. Just covering the Winds of Magic Reserve, which is fine. It's not critical information. He's not shifted his formation at all. Right up to the edge there. Tell them to go right around the side. I'll tell the Marauder Horsemen to fall into the line. There we go. Unfortunately, the Marauders have outpaced the Warriors. Luckily, they have shields. And there's still a good deal of damage going in there. You guys get to run in. You guys to move. Blast. Warbears are going in, so let's soul drain them. I want to tell the Marauder Horseman to go in. He's just kind of let my knights get behind him. Well, that's just fine then. You there. You. Oh, they're there. Run them in. To be fair, they are chasing the. They've chased the other Cossars around so much we've actually got us around on those armored Cossars. Cool. I'll take it. Let's keep an eye on this. I'm gonna keep an eye on the cooldown of Spell Drain because I want these Warbears dealt with. Some of the Marauders are running away, as is tradition. And you guys aren't engaged, so get a move on. Moderate, good against armor, good pen. Oh, yeah, against these Warbears then. Please and/or thank you. No, do get in the fight. I can see that the Knights of Tzeentch decided they didn't want a part of this. Protestant State Company. Well, look, such are the prices of living in the modern age. Huh? Okay, the trolls are running, but that was part of the plan. Move him out there. Spin him round as the Knights of Tzeentch go in. Lovely. Okay, these... Trying to find the warbear flag. Okay, that warbear, those warbears are going down pretty swiftly, but those ones are fairly healthy. Let's get them drained. Right. We are causing damage on his best troops at fairly regular speed. Let's pull the horses out. Trolls have recovered. Let's send them in. Oh, send them in as well. This is a whole massive infantry that's just not committed. Let's get them in there. Actually going to tell you to charge into them just to get that done. I don't mind losing lots of marauders because they're cheap anyway. And they're meant to gain ranks, so cool, frankly. Right, you go to melee, charge in there. Trolls are free again. Let's charge them into the back line. I can see the cavalry is being naughty once more. One thing I'm terrible at, I'm just trying to manage the cavalry. Oh, what's the cost for this? 8, huh? Okay. Asking you shall receive. Where are the warbears? Is that them there? Sure is. Where's the other? There's literally one of them left, I'm not worried. Find their pussies anyway. Keep them going to the flank. This is a unit of Kossars, which is unbreakable. Well, these two are not meaningfully engaged. Would you get into them, please? Stop. Let's see, his AI is breaking. Well, we're not quite at that level just yet. Like Elon Musk would wet himself at the sheer possibility of that. Okay, now they're unbreakable, so let us ignore them. Because as soon as that effect goes away, they will break and run like the little bitches they are. Get into them, please. You round. Okay, you round the side so you can get into the side of here. Cool, they're running away. These guys are starting to break. Archaeon is very wounded. I'm curious as to what's caused that. Probably Boris himself, I would guess. These chaps, they are still chewing up enemy infantry, so that's honestly fine. Armored Kossars are now wavering, waddling off like the champions. Well, yeah. Luckily, I have a spare, who I'm now going to send into the fray. He's actually quite the assassin, so I'm going to send him in after Boris himself. Okay, finally, this lot has won. The trolls are back, but they've only got one more charge in them. So we'll send them in. Send them in that way. Okay, is that the... Okay, the armored Kossars are finally pissed off. Those armored Kossars are now broken. Good, good. Move them in. And the trolls are calling it a day, which is actually fine. Archaeon can now stick on the outskirts like he should. Where is my other hero? Why is he still down there? Get after Boris, you mongoloid. Cool. The good cavalry is now getting into some quite soft targets. Or the spare Zargard, that's fine too. Not ideal, but we'll stick with it. Make sure Archaeon is squarely out of archer range. Where is Mr. Ursus? There he is. I'll at least soul drain Ursus. Because that is kind of mission critical that we get fucking Boris dead. And yes, that is a technical term. We have rallied warriors, and they are warriors of chaos. Out, very good. Now back him off. I'll just click him so we can keep an eye on his health, which is draining at a good rate, which is exactly what we're after. I should put the fear of God in him. Right, let's pull these cavalry out, make them charge the recovering units in the back, make sure they can't come back in any meaningful fashion. Do I have any Marauder Horsemen left? No? Cool, whatever. They are merely prospective Chaos Knights anyway. So, primary job is to get these Marauders blooded, so we can get them up into Chaos Warriors. Because once they are proper Chaos Warriors, then we will start having the fun. Right, you collapse in on these guys. If they're going to make them unbreakable, then we'll just slaughter them to a man. Simple as. You break, get after him. Archaeon, come out, get a soul drain on him. Because if we can wound Boris on this one, then that is ideal. Although I think that's the shatter. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, Archaeon's not catching that. What are the chances that we get any more casualties out of this? Oh, wait, you still have warbears? Answer is no. Well, close defeat into Pyrrhic victory. I'll take it, honestly. Because look, most of our losses, frankly, are on units that don't matter so much. And Archaeon's a big boy, he can get over it. A lot of Steam messes with my internet, even with a speed throttle, Twitch gets interruptions. When there's a Steam down the corner. Oh, of course. I have found that Twitch, YouTube, and Steam have the worst fucking bandwidth wars on the planet. Ugh, 209 kills on that Zargard. I'll probably be the one that engaged the Marauders. Not good, but what are you going to do? You know, we beat out Boris's primary force when it was supposedly a loss. So, frankly, who cares? I still won that. And with that, really, we're going to get a lot of Boris's territory before he can really stabilize. Though, I would have much preferred to actually kill off some of his units. Oh wow, okay. We got a... Fucking hell. I'm just bemused that that's actually a way better result than I was expecting. We've got one of the Zargard, both the Armored Kossars, and one of the Warbears. Fucking result. Okay. Fucking result. That helps immensely. Right. Still no units that are above the threshold for a promotion, huh? Okay. 100 unit per turn, although that's a lot of money. Yeah, I'm going to give them to the gods. I could use that money for lots of things. Well, it's not money, it's favor, but yeah. Yes. More chemical batteries within bandwidth, remember? Yeah, literally. Your bandwidth speed is determined by the amount of pollution and nuclear waste within a 5-mile radius of you. Yeah, no, I don't know why, but they all keep trying to fucking steal bandwidth off each other, and what you would expect the computer to do when it's having lots of bandwidth being channeled through different sources is for it to be a logical machine, seeing as it is a machine and therefore logical, would be to divide the bandwidth equally among all things. But no, they all want to compete. So you'll get Twitch having interruptions but then being fine. You have YouTube having interruptions but then being fine. And then you'll have Steam, who is somehow maintaining the maximum download speed possible, despite the fact that you've supposedly either A, limited it, or B, it's only one of 3 applications drawing on your internet, but no, it has a whole lot. So, and then, because that wasn't simple enough, you then have ISP throttling to add to your list of problems. So, you'll have Steam wanting to use all of your bandwidth, and it will certainly make out that it's using all of your bandwidth, but then suddenly it just tanks to half of it, but you'll still have all of your loading problems with Twitch and YouTube, because ISP throttling is frankly a fucking scam. Get a VPN. No, I'm not sponsored, so I won't suggest a specific one. Many brands are available. Just go pick one. All right? Nord, Ghost, Express, Surfshark, pick one. They're all good, but get one is my answer. Yes, cat. Anyway. So you adore the design of Chaos Warriors. The armors look way too heretical for me to not love them. Oh, big time. Like, I've said this constantly. Like, the reason why Chaos Warriors, even though I am an Imperial Boy Scout through and through, Chaos Warriors are just so much fun to play. Holy shit, they're just so much fun to play. Because A, they look cool as shit. Like they just look really cool. The concept of having to blood your warriors so that they can upgrade through the ranks is frankly amazing, and I love that. The idea that you physically have to have your units earn favor with the Dark Gods and blood themselves in order to be worthy of ranking up through your army instead of just training better troops. Love that. Brilliant. Fucking, they're just so much fun to play. I love Chaos Warriors. Fucking... Anyway. What apartment you see? If I started Steam download, no one in the apartment had internet. Yeah, tell me about it. Letting the cat out. But yeah, which is great fun when you had multiple gamers in the house, like I did. Because I had my buddy downstairs who was a huge Xbox fan and just wanted to download stuff constantly on his Xbox, and that was competing constantly with me with Steam. So we would get into eternal bandwidth fights, and it was hilarious because I'd win every time because I know how the router works. 10 megabits a second is a Wi-Fi thing, 2.4 gigahertz limit. Yeah. And if you're having stability issues, yeah, stick to 2.4. It's your only real option. Okay, so with Boris dashed, I'll probably go finish his army off in just a moment. Give me the end of lightning strike because holy shit, that's useful. And end of training for you. That's going to be eternally useful for us. If I remember correctly, Chaos Warriors have to be rank 7. Yes, in order to go up to Chosen, you have to be rank 5, and I've got 3 at rank 4 because fuck my life. Anyway, I have a thought for a streamed game. Oh, go on then. You said logic, so that reminded me. Could also be a disk limit. It's true. If your disk write speed isn't fast enough, then yeah, your download will get throttled at whatever your disk write speed is. M.2 life for the win. I've not seen a loading screen for about 1,000 years. Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, you know, I've not even seen a playthrough of that game, largely because the concept doesn't interest me. I think it's a very interesting concept, the idea that the game can fuck with its own files and stuff and try to present this almost like this fourth wall breaking like game becoming aware of itself sort of shit. That's really cool, but not my cup of tea, really. Okay, 3650. Doc, your graphics card has nothing to do with the write speed to your hard drive. Like, it doesn't matter how much VRAM you have, that has absolutely nothing to do with the speed at which you can download and install games. Sorry. How about Fear and Hunger 1 and or 2? Remind me what Fear and Hunger is. It was not a graphic. Okay, so when you say a 4-digit number with no context, normally starting with 3, I'm going to assume it's an NVIDIA series graphics card. So, the reference to a game? Well, clearly not a game I know, because I thought you were talking about graphics cards. That is what it is. What do you mean you're talking to Devar? It's my stream. You're all talking to me. Give me attention. I crave it. Anyway, let's have a look. Everything is improving at correct speeds. See, Archaeon's a big boy. You can get over it. Holy shit, the fucking appearance of Dumpster. Hey man, how you getting on? I am fucking fantastic. How is you doing? What is thy saga? But no, in all seriousness, it's good to see you again. Entropy Zero, not out of it. Fear and Hunger is a dungeon raid horror RPG immersive sim thingy. I've not heard of it, but that sounds vaguely interesting. Let me roguelike that just fucks your shit up. You had my attention, now you have my curiosity. I'm just going to check the output real fast. Okay, it's looking nice and stable. Good to go. Right. Right, let's go give Boris a hydrochloric acid colonic. And we lost a unit of whelps. Oh, would you look at that? They were just in time to get promoted. Assholes. But luckily, the sacrificing of captives has actually given us our replacement. But we will recruit a replacement group of whelps. I'm pretty neat. My braces and some agonizing pain through the day, just been focusing on school. It's really the only thing you can do, my man, but, you know, stay strong, drink vodka. And no, you can't, because if you have new braces in, then I'll dissolve the glue on it. Shit. Drink motor oil. I'll cheer you up. Legal reasons, that was a joke. Just not looking at this in, but it is only good if you like the Half-Life series. To be fair, Red Label, ooh, good choice. Personally, I prefer 40 weight. To be fair, Black Mesa has come up as a game I do want to play on the channel, to be fair. Because I'm aware of Half-Life. I am a fan of Half-Life. I've never played it, though. Like, the idea of like playing through the game now does very much appeal to me. I'll tell you the furthest I ever got with it. It was part of the orange box, which I played on, I believe, the PS2, I want to say. And I got so scared by the big science experiment that goes wrong at the start, I pussied out and didn't play it again. PS3, there you go. I was, want to say 7 at the time. I was quite young. And there's an outbreak. Alright, deepest apologies for that. Fucking... going too far into it, certain family members are running a fucking clinic today, and it's just been a pain. Anyway. I use a cheap, shitty liquid soap for washing my hands, and my hands smell like absolute shit even after I use it. Well, then your brand of soap, sir, is probably A, cheap, B, gone off. I would advise investing in just get hand soap. Just bars of hand soap. Honestly, you don't need anything else. Bars of solid hand soap. Fucking, it cleans everything it touches. That is its purpose. Right, you have multiple bars of hand soap. Well, they do that, but no, hand soap. Just little bars of soap. Or is one enough? Well, you get more than one because, well, you're a handsome devil and you'll need them. Trust me. But also that, yeah, you just like t-shirts. Hand soap is a cheaper import in bulk. Anyways, what am I looking for here? I think I already checked everything is about where it should be. We're going to get a big tick of replenishment, and we're going to roll on to Monolith of Festelung. Hell yeah. Well, looks like he's successfully taken all of the Bloodfire Falls, so I will take it from him and make money. At which point I'll then probably start expanding in this direction. I'll at least subjugate the this Nurgle faction immediately next to me. Maybe not subjugate, probably wipe them out. I'm not sure which direction I want to go in just yet, because immediately south of me is Chaos Dwarfs. Well, I've not actually fought yet. But then over here is Empire and Kislev and such, who I will want to get into, but I'm not sure if I will just yet. I at least want to unify, like, this mountain area here under me. There's no down here, for example, there's Oleg down here somewhere, who I will want. Because he is big man. Yeah, weird dichotomy with this one. I anticipate this being a fairly long campaign, but irony being it will move faster than Napoleon did, by virtue of the fact of, well, the end turns aren't nearly as draggy, because I haven't got fucking Spain or the Danish or something like that, just fucking marching tattoos constantly. What? What do you want? Ensure that the following building is constructed. A warrior's hall. Knight progresses towards his troop. And then the armor of Morcar. Okay. Fighter's lodge. Guard barracks. Warrior's hall. Well, we're already on our way to doing that, so cool.
Spirit of Morcar. Attack!
Get this. And we will raise a new tribe in its place.
Wipe that out!
Is he in range? He is not, because what I don't want is for this tribe to bleed into this tribe's territory. What I will do instead, I will tell him go after the army. Oh, for the love of Christ. When it does that. Anyway, I don't think any construction's finished. Going to be a little while before we get the second point necessary to upgrade that. You're still going up. Yeah. Really want to raid, but we'll have to leave it for the next turn. It's fine. I do enjoy just how quickly the faction number goes down in this as well. Like, it was at 270 something when the game starts. 10 turns in, already 100 are dead. Because a lot of them will be small, like, one province factions that are there to be eaten, primarily. Right, the bitches are doing my will. No. Is the Lucid doing the munch? Ancient Heralds of the Tempest. I see. I believe that's Kolek's faction, if I remember correctly.
What?
The douchebag.
Bow before.
They're being an ass, huh? Okay, well, I'll deal with you later. This lot's done. Spend the favor to upgrade that fortress. We'll need a lot of it.
I'll have this.
Give me your shit. And then... that's Mung. Is it Mung? Tong.
Fool.
Right, we will go... yeah.
God's direct.
I believe we're still within the time limit. Yes. Next turn, we will begin the raiding to make some money. And then we'll go about... conquering the rest of it. Because I want the Howling Citadel, everything else can go to Tong. Right, I am wanting to call off these assholes. Just defend me. Yeah, just don't bother with him, defend me. Because I don't want them to take territory in what is another tribe's land. Because I want all my vassals equally powerful so that none of them can ever become a big enough problem for me to have to deal with. And I'm making a good amount of favor from all of them. You know, from sacrificing for their weak, stealing of their women's, the claiming of their strongest warriors from my horde, all, you know, all that good stuff. What's up, dude? Oh yeah. A good way to start off your career, my good sir. You give me trade rights and money. Hold. I do the raiding. They're not enough to just do it, or... yeah, I think I'll have to spend a turn raiding in this region. That's fine, honestly. Bit of free cash, which I do actually need right now. Actually, it's more important that this gets upgraded. And what are we doing at the moment? Infernal March. Sounds like a plan. I mean, he's now following me around with heroes, which always fills me with trepidation. It wouldn't be the first time I've lost a war due to fucking hero action. I am attacking, am I? Oh, he is. Fuck's sake. Good, he just sacked it. Nice. And the Norskins are being Norskins. I shall go in and I shall give that to the other vassal. Good boy. I would have your firstborn had you taken that from me. I would have your firstborn and I will eat it in front of you, for it is what you deserve, you tosspot. And gets another unit of shieldy boys. I'll have about 5 on them, I think. Go. Do I... requires demon mats, but do I even want to turn you into Doom Knights, honestly? There's significantly less of them. They're faster and they hit harder, but... I'm not so sure. I'll think about it. Whereas they're doing just fine. I think these guys have to be rank, I want to say 4 go up? Yes. To become Marauder Horse Masters, and then they go up to Chaos Knights. Can I upgrade them at all into these guys? Not available for selected units. Okay, so what do they promote to then? What if it's Chaos Knights that promote up to them? Unfortunately, I don't have a raw unit of Chaos Knights that aren't legendary, so I can't check. Can I tell you to defend something? I can tell you to defend my capital. Cool. Go do that. Bug off and leave me to my lotions. The floor just cracked. I believe I might fall. I am currently taking apart Boris piece by piece. Leave me to it and stop getting in the way of my fucking plans, you dumpster fire. Having to think at the minute. You know, which direction to go and all that stuff. Huh? Yes. It's funny because Dumpster's name is Burning Dumpster. Oh. Everything else is going up. You are being built up. Everything is coming up Millhouse. No, you move down there. Keep an eye on what Boris is doing. I don't want him to schwack me with a full army, which is what it looks like he's getting ready to do.
No other.
Ambushes. I'm sure they're pitiful. Oh, he's lost a lot of his good units, so we'll see what he's able to train up. Especially considering he's only got the moot left. There's nothing but economic buildings in the Howling Citadel, and I've robbed him of everything else. I would hope this force will... these marauder bitches will upgrade themselves sooner rather than later and build up a reasonable force. He's only got 2 settlements to do it with, so I can forgive his lack of resources, but that's no excuse. Only a whelp would let himself get run over by an enemy that's on the back foot. If he lets himself get run over, I shall fish his soul out of the warp and I shall drink it in a smoothie. Mobilizes towards settlement. Oh, very interesting. Fuck off. Let's go keep my dogs company. It's about the only company you deserve to keep. Right, give me this shit. I will continue just taking his stuff. Gimme. Buttons of corn. Good shit. I might make use of them at some point. I'll think about it. Give you growth and favor generation. We don't get much in the way of favor generation passively. Generally, it's supposed to be very... Yes, unchained. Lovely. Generally, it's supposed to be very battle heavy for generation, but the but if I keep building these idols, I believe it is, yeah, raid trophies. If I keep building them in every citadel, then the economy will begin to power itself. Yes, I am making an economy out of the favor of the dark gods. Tzeentch would be proud of me. And in one turn, I'll have most of my troops back, although these Marauder Horsemen are taking a little while to bloody replen. I'm just thinking about numbers at the minute. Because there are other units I would like in this army, but we're nowhere close to being able to recruit them just yet. So it'll largely be Chaos Warriors until further notice. It's the Howling Citadel. Or the Loud House. Which I believe Archaeon actually ventured into at one point. He has recruited a second lord, but he's not finished building up his first army yet. Well, he's either got monstrous recruitment capacity or he's an idiot. One or the other. That Tzeentch next to me, I believe so, yes. Well, he can fucking stay there, frankly. I've no interest in expanding further into the Chaos Wastes just yet. I think I would prefer to move south and start pulling down Kislev. Right, on the way down, I should probably put the Chaos Dwarfs in their place. That Writhing Fortress has now upgraded. What are we looking at? That's Dragon Ogres. We don't get the Shaggoths, I think that's an upgrade, I want to say. Eruption. To be fair, the Tower of Sorcery is probably a good call. I do want this, I want the Vassal Emissary, the Strategy Chamber, that's just a good call. Because this is in the center of vassalized territory, so it will give me lots of money. Shrine will increase the amount of money I'm getting from elsewhere. That's 2. I've got 2 more slots. I've kind of no interest in chariots and the like, so I'm probably going to rebuild this. No interest in these creatures, so I'm probably not going to rebuild that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably the Giant's Hollow. Honestly. Ooh, actually. Chaos Knights. Recruit rank. Yeah, I think I'll do that instead. As for what to build now, though. Well, control's not really a problem in this region, so I likely won't need this just yet. And build a shrine. Dark gods know I'm thinking of them, always sending thoughts and prayers. Good vibes. If you think about it, when people say I'm sending good vibes your way and all that bollocks, are they really just like attempting to convey emotion via the power of the warp? So clearly all these people are, you know, tainted and are in requirement of killings.
Despoil and ravage.
Oh, he's recruited them from his outpost. Well, whelps serving whelps. What do you expect? Now, speaking of whelps, okay, I actually have a job for you now. Go kill this. Go throw yourself against that and weaken it for me, and then I shall climb atop your bodies and take my rightful place. Also, probably going to position myself next to the monolith. So if he decides to try and get into my new vassal, I can punch him squarely in the face. Wouldn't let some random guy attack me personally, but that's just me. Well, generally, yes. You know, I'm telling him to just kind of do it. And he is my bitch. He is my vassal. He exists and breathes because I let him. So, you know. To be fair, his compliance is not a factor. That's ready to go up. I just need the favor. Everything else is still just fine. I will position him next to there. What have you got in the way of reinforcements? Only 6 units, huh? Ah, not great, not terrible. Some meat to throw in front of my enemy. That's fine. Where'd he go? I think he went home. Yeah, I think that is where I got off to. But that's fine, because it gives me time for the bitch to get over there and weaken himself. That burns my vassal's power, keeping him compliant, and weakens my enemy. I'm good at this whole chaos lark. He's chilling there. His main force is there, which is smaller than I remember. Who the fuck have you been fighting? Keep him there for now. Guards barracks. Warband upgrades get cheaper. And provides low recruitment capacity for more warriors. And I haven't quite got the cash to upgrade the other area, and I won't do if I do that, but fine, honestly. We got consolidating resources, writhing fortresses, writhing and fortressing. Hell yeah. Yeah, shit. Well, there's not an awful lot of writhing going on, but it is very fortressy. Although I love the sounds coming out of it as well. No, that sounds very unruly, but they're actually quite happy. That's just the noises Chaos Warriors make.
There'll be a reckoning.
Everything else is actually fine. Nothing in the way of gifted units just yet, but then to be fair, I've not done anything to earn them. I'm going to require more souls before they're worth it, and none of the gods are willing to give me a specific sacrifice. Well, to be fair, I've not done anything to earn them just yet. But it's coming. I mean, I'm still squarely undivided just yet, and I will need to break that at some point, but... I mean, Archaeon's army, I'm probably going to keep very Chaos Undivided, because that's kind of the point. But I'll likely have other armies kind of split off. And they'll be God-specific. Like, I tend to... Yes?
Syrian has already told me your offer, but I will hear it
Hear it from your lips. All the same. Something fun to say to a changer of ways. Well, at least you know your place in the pecking order, bird. Who the fuck? Cool our vassals, but they're becoming unruly and challenging your rule. Show them the error of your ways. Divert their energy, master responsibility. Construction goes up, but melee attack gets better. Character wounded, but he gets experience and their allegiance. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck you. Don't question my rule, asshole. Inscribed armor, that's armor for people who aren't marauders. And warband upgrades get cheaper. Magical attacks for Chaos Knight and warband upgrades for Chaos Knights. Oh, so I can't do it until I have an upgrade. Okay, well, let's get that done then. We're kicking the nuts and the boy is back to being good. Precisely. Nothing like a bit of testicular encouragement. Get them back in line. Yeah, that army is frankly pathetic.
My magic is yours.
We'll start upgrading. Speaking of magic, start upgrading yours.
Good. Now we see.
He's making a move. I'm deciding what to do about this because he's clearly making a move for the Tower of Torment, right? And he'll probably take it too, because this isn't fortified at all. He's got barely a force in there. If I do that, chances are... I mean, he's not ready, and by the looks of it, won't be ready. If he takes that, Boris will be forced to react. He's not willing to challenge me. So I think we practice neutral Jing here and wait. Can I upgrade these trolls? Oh, I can. Oh, yeah, armor trolls. And it also gives me more time to train up my dudes because there's a few who are just on the edge. And with any luck, I can get them upgraded. I need demonic steeds for that, which is there. But we'll get to that. I mean, we're still doing a lot of the undivided stuff at the minute, so we'll get there. Oh, fucking hell. Howling Citadel can go up already. Writhing Fortress is where it should be. Skull Road is kind of doing what it does. Yeah, we'll upgrade Howling Citadel. Make that a harder target for the enemy. Why are you not happy? Collected income and prevention. Because our corruption here is at 0. Characters -10. I bet you it's Boris.
I bow only to the bear.
I'll go into camp stand, so if he comes at me, I'm prepared. See what he does. I'm pretty sure Boris goes before a random Tzeentch faction anyway, so I think he'll get initiative on this one. Lots of screaming. That faction ticker just goes down and down. Okay, well, there's the Tzeentch army going in. Let's see how that went. Decent Riverlords. He attacked it, I think.
No other.
Yeah, he attacked it, and by the looks of it, was not successful. Though, Boris has not suffered any damage. I'm not sure what he's done there. But I will choose now to begin encroaching, just so he feels a bit of urgency. Yeah, everyone else is still exactly where I left them. I don't have the money really to sustain a second army just yet, but it's on the way. He's milling about and doing something, but I'll leave him to it for now. Main weaponry's on the way up. I still don't have a Marauder Horseman worthy of it just yet, but they're on the way up. Ah, there we go. Boris just sallied forth and wiped out the Tzeentch army, which is absolutely killer, because it means he is now weakened. Because he did it on his turn, so we won't even get a tick of replenishment. So unless that Tzeentch army absolutely fucking died, and to be fair, they are a bunch of nerds, so they might have done. With any luck, he's actually quite weakened. Brutal business, you're telling me. Trade with any faction, I've got 2.
I serve Kislev.
No, look. By the looks of it, yeah, they doubled over and died with extreme ferocity. Brilliant. Right, well, we're going in then. It's saying Ferric. If I go lightning, he loses all of the Lord. Do I at least get a siege on this one? For fuck's sake, I'm sick to death of there not being any minor city sieges. To be fair, I'm going to take this back and I'm going to give it to this front line here. Base weapon damage and immune to psychology. Charge bonus melee attack. Are you immune to psychology? Mark of Corn. Frenzy passive ability. So they can go into Frenzy. Frenzy passive. Or enabled if leadership is lower than 50. Okay. Or if leadership is higher than rather. So they're immune to psychology provided they're still healthy. Yeah, but melee attack is pretty good and I'd like to give it to them. Charge bonus. Basically, yeah, I'm giving it to them. I don't fucking care. I mean, it's called the Banner of Rage, for fuck's sake. And of course I'm giving it to the Corn Berserkers. Yes, a lot of Cossars, really. Honestly, yeah, I'm just going to go in for this. It's even weaker than his previous force. See the other half coming in. 1 moment.
All right.
Oh. Ricky is being what we call in the business, and Dick. Oh, she's excited by your homecoming. There she goes. Yeah. Nice stream. Hey, nice stream, bro. 20 magic is plenty. Fine. He's getting the reinforcements of a dude in a little while. Am I a dick, you asshole? Shut up. If I'm calling you a dick, it's not that severe it's not that severe a accusation. The truth is, Ricky, we're all dicks on the inside. I do like, by the way, how the AI can't quite work out this cliff and always positions units down here. So it's actually pretty easy to divide the enemy into two halves. What's actually got down here? Cossars. And some other Cossars. Cossars with spears, not ideal. I believe we'll let the trolls eat them. Once again, we'll send the whelps forward because they've got to get some heads if they're going to actually rank up and be useful units. But at least we now actually have a fairly strong core of actual Chaos Warriors now. God, they look cool. I can't help but feel like they'll look cooler under actually decent lighting, however. The actual cavalry can sit there. One can be the one. On you. Yeah, okay. Actually, a Buddhist and one with the universe. I am not a dick. Well, by claiming that you are one with the universe and therefore not a dick, you have just outed yourself to be a pompous dick. So yes, you're still a dick, I'm afraid. I'm a dick today. You're either a dick, an asshole, or a pussy tab. Yeah, see? The pussies don't like dicks because pussies get fucked by dicks. But pussies also fuck assholes. Pussies just seem to think you can deal with assholes by talking to them. The only thing that can deal with an asshole, or can fuck an asshole, is a dick with some balls. And you want to fuck assholes because assholes just want to shit all over everything. And pussies get mad at dicks because sometimes dicks fuck too much or fuck where it isn't appropriate. But if the pussies don't let the dicks fuck the assholes, then we're going to have our pussies and our dicks all covered in shit. The biggest problem is sometimes pussies get so full of shit they become assholes themselves. If you're wondering, this is all just a fucking Team America reference. And it's one of the greatest analogies for global politics I've ever heard. What I'm going to do, I'll group up the infantry, seeing as they're all in different lines now. What am I listening to? The greatest analogy for global politics I've ever heard. Honestly. The dicks, pussies, and assholes speech is famous. because pussies is just an inch and a half away from asshole. is the I've learned. Literally. And if you haven't watched it, Team America World Police, fucking hilarious. Like, it's made by the same guys who do South Park. Brilliant. Peak comedy. But the whole point is that dicks are nations generally aligned with order, so, you know, generally like NATO and stuff, who like to go in for military action, often much to the chagrin of the global community. So really it's describing America. Pussies are those who criticize these actions and are the people who generally call for peace when somebody is trying to deal with an asshole, and an asshole is somebody who wants to just shit all over everything, i.e. people who create problems in the global order. So Russia, China, name an African country. So the idea being that a dick, a good aligned nation with a strong military, is the only thing that can deal with an asshole, a evil aligned nation that is intent on ruining global order for people. But the necessity of the pussies is that the pussies keep the dicks honest and make it so that the dicks don't fuck, i.e. go in and carry out military action where it is not appropriate for one to do so. Yeah? The pussies in this analogy largely being those who would have an issue with military action, generally. Which in the film is directed at the Film Actors Guild. Let's get them in. They're starting to lag behind a bit. I told you lot to run. So do so, please. Who's this over here, actually? They're my good cavalry. Well, let's get them moving then. To be fair, you can go in there then. So as the reinforcements actually reach the line, get them in. I will start soul draining Boris. Distrustful act as well. It's because the Film Actors Guild at the time was being rather problematic. And I think, if you got to remember, this was the era of, like, I think the second war in Iraq, if I remember correctly, which was quite an unpopular war, despite the fact that it was after the heady days of 9/11. I've got this, which I'll cast there just to cause him some issues. I dislike this shit. Luckily, he's hitting his own troops with it, so it's not that much of an issue.
That's what the masters bid.
Keep positioning them behind. Yep, keep chasing them off. Making sure everybody's nice and engaged. Go in for them, please. Stop standing around. Stop it. Murder. It is your charge. Do it alone. Make sure my DF cannot watch it with me. Oh, she's so basic she can't understand. She will not tolerate a analogy about global politics utilizing genitalia and excrement expelling devices. Throwing up on the oh, well, yeah, obviously the scene where he just throws up more liquid than can ever be contained inside of a human body is hilarious. But the fact that it's all done with, would you charge, assholes? I'm gonna take their guard mode off. They're just sat there taking damage. I mean, to be fair, I'm conducting an aggressive action, so I'm going to turn off everyone's guard mode. Boris has raged, and that's hilarious. Helm of Discord, so his defense goes down. And then, no, this. Soul drain him, please. That moving. And so it was looking a bit touch and go. But, obviously, he's got an advantage whilst battle isn't fully joined, but as soon as battle is joined, my troops are just melee monsters. That's why I really, like, from a factional level, I do really enjoy Warriors of Chaos, because I'm always a softie for heavy infantry in particular. Like, I'm predominantly an infantry commander. It's what I like. It's what I enjoy. So, Chaos being a very infantry-heavy roster is just something close to my heart. And they do, in fact, have some of the best heavy infantry in the fucking game. Boris is going down. As soon as Archaeon wants to swing again. But give him a smack. Give him a smack. Come on. Punch him. There we go. Right, with the fall of Boris, that should be enough to collapse the enemy's morale. It's got a hero there. It's a boy, so that won't be the one casting. There we are. Lovely. A Ferric victory before. I've upgraded a Ferric victory to a close, so frankly I call it a win. Obviously it's a win better. BGF goes burr. I called you an army, or you're GF being an army? Ah, okay. Well, wrong with being a normie. To be fair, you can try and make fun of normies, but being that they're normies, they generally don't care. So, good luck with that. Weird geekiness. A better experiences with normies. Well, they tend to be more balanced. That's the benefit. However, with the quote weird geeky checks, they tend to be a touch unstable, unfortunately. I could raise it and make a bunch of souls, but I'll subjugate it. I'll give it to the subject, rather. Victory over Kislev, sweet. And then, Mirror Guards, the Sun Eshi Chaos Warriors. They're pretty fun. Do I have the... Yeah, red... Victory over Ursus, there we go. Leadership when fighting against... Wait, what? May would have come back from the dead to fight again, but it might have been more prudent to stay that way for all the good it's done him. +8. Oh, +8 leadership when fighting against warriors of chaos, demons of chaos, chaos tools, and Norska. Or having killed Boris Ursus. Whatever. Whatever you say, boss man. Cool. Well, now that's done. It's just this one dude is all that's left of Boris Ursus, so I consider that nice, and I consider that whole affair done and or dusted. The end times, Grand Marshal of Chaos. We'll start giving Archaeon his myriad titles, and I have lots of whelps who are ready for upgrading. That's 5, and I have 6 more whelps ready to go. I think 3 of them shall be great weapons, and they'll go in with the Khorne Berserkers to be the the infantry killing line. Well, it tends to be way. More like having completely different interests. Well, that's true. It means you get to vary what you're doing. Which I alone would never do. Well, that's what I mean. Having varied interests is always a good thing. It makes you both come out of your comfort zones. I mean, I've done it many times, and I like to believe we're both richer for the experience. So yeah, you 3 will go over to there. I will upgrade 1 more to shields to make a line of 6. And 2 will be upgraded to halberds. But I've only got the 3, so we will complete the shield line. And then you 2 will go over to halberds for anti-cavalry / anti-large purposes. And then you 3 will become great weapons. I'm afraid that you guys still have yet to impress me in any meaningful capacity, although you are very close. A turn of training or so and you'll go up to Masters. Which is very nice. You need to be rank 7 before you can go up to Champions. Everyone else, normal Chaos Trolls can go up to Armored Trolls. Lovely. Showing the screen when playing Fall Guys, so the rage is real. Well, I often find that normies are so often unprepared for the tide that is gamer rage. And Khorne delights when a normie ventures into such realms. Yes, Kitty. Where is she? Where is she? Then you can go up. Oh yeah, everything's coming up Archaeon. I've already established this dominion here. That's 3 provinces I now have dominion over. Lovely. Now what to do then? Where else to go? Yes, cat. Sorry, I'm praising the dark gods and bringing down the world of order whilst cuddling the frankly cutest cat on the fucking planet. Dichotomy is real. Anyway, Well, I've nearly got the Eye of the Gods, to be fair. That's going to be fun. Obviously, it's a random bonus every time, but we'll find out. I'm definitely going to take Kadatha. I'm going to take it off those Noggle fucks. Because they do have a bad habit of spreading plague. It's kind of in the name. And most of the time, it's honestly fine. It doesn't do anything other than give them infections and stuff, which, honestly, who cares? But, side problem, sometimes they're not so marginal and they can cause real problems. So I'd like them gone, frankly. I think we can feed into our existing clan. Yeah, cool. So that's not any issue. We'll also move us closer towards Kolek. I do want to collect Kolek and give him a proper army. At which point we will begin... that's cool. At which point... you have to forgive me if I nerd out about the map, because I get the circumstances of this game and surrounding are myriad at best, and we're all pissed off at CA, but holy shit, look how fucking cool that is! Oh, I love this map. Anyway, but yeah, once we're done with that, we will likely sweep south through the Disciples for shit. How fitting. Through Chaos Dwarf territory. I don't know if I can vassalize them, but I'd certainly like to try. Given that they're Chaos Dwarves, they are servants of the Dark Gods, and therefore should be my servants, because everybody who serves the Dark Gods serves me. Because I'm me. Have you met me? At which point, I mean, it's all Wintertooth up Goromandi Mountains. And yeah, it's the Goromandi tribe who wants to own that, so we will probably retake that for them. And raise that tribe again, so that I've got that to springboard off of and start pulling down Kislev proper. You know, where Kislev is? I think it's somewhere around here. I think actually that little lip there. I bet you that's Kislev. I forget precisely where it is. Remember the truth of the bruh variety. Well, yeah. I like Fall Guys. To be fair, it's such a dumb game, but it's so much fun. Let's have a look. This is the champion. He's already got his path to glory, but we haven't got a mark of chaos available for him just yet. Woundmaker. Woundmaker and Scarred Veteran, I believe. Shame I can't progress him into like a demon or anything, because it'd be great to have alongside fucking Archaeon. Who doesn't need to ascend into a demon prince. He owns it. Yeah. Spread the corruption, please. Because it's sorely lacking in this province. We need more chaos about the place. You know, lava spews, mutated people in the walls, and that kind of thing. Really ties the room together. And that's all going fine. This will be more economic buildings reasonably. Don't really have any need for recruitment buildings, seeing as most of our recruitment is done via training. Yeah, everything else is just fine. But we're still doing profane weaponry. To be fair, I am kind of dragging my feet on these turns, so we'll do what we need. It's too many times have I been doing a chaos run and not moved outside the chaos waste, so I'm excited to start pulling down the world of order, as is kind of my job. Yay, eye opens. Your actions have drawn the attention of the Dark Gods, though they are fickle. Perhaps you can direct their attention toward a particular area. However, there is always a price to be paid. My legions. Horrible regeneration for Chaos Spawn, and 100% for Chaos Spawn in all armies, from things I don't have any. Fortresses. Research rate and Zinch corruption for all provinces. Well, I suppose that makes sense. My underlings, a bunch of experience for Ograx, and a gift of choice. Gift activation down to 75%. We'll give the Changer his due for now. Hammerstrom cometh. Oh yeah. So, kill 3,000 enemies, get Harold Hammerstrom. Storm, rather. Who is a stupid powerful Chaos Warrior. It's going to be great fun. You got a Manticore now. Did I read that right? He does. Banging. Yeah, Woundmaker. First Warhammer character ever. Yeah, straight up.
My prayers are answered.
A great and glorious thing. You, mate, what the fuck? Wait. I nearly walked away having not spotted that. Fuck you. Mission aborted. Killed. Yes. Province secured. And faction destroyed. Good shit. Good shit. Defensive building, just so that Zinchi, that bird fuck doesn't get any ideas. We will proceed along this route. Prepare to make war against the working pussballs. We deal with them. You get big axes. See, they even go to the right place in the order. You are worthy of upgrading to horse masters. I am very proud of you. Another step along the road to being worthy of my love. Everything else is actually fine at the minute. Well, to be fair, once I get access to like fucking demons and shit, the warriors will start lessening in number because in demons and shit. Because if I had my way, the this line, the offensive infantry line, as I call it, will be largely bloodletters. The front line will be anything anything Nurgle related because it doesn't fucking die. I'll strip off the trolls, probably some of the cavalry, in exchange for stuff like greater demons and the like, because plus 0% of like, you know, great unclean ones, bloodthirsters, all this stuff is very, very nice. Is there a mask? No. Fiends of Slaanesh? Where's a mask? Victorians of Nurgle. There it is. Keeper of Secrets. I keep thinking the Mask of Slaanesh is just the name for the greater demon, which is wrong. What to do with this guy? I'll send him south. Send him into Kislev. Gather some intel about where we're going. Everything else is just fine. I have just realised I've left the fucking Spotify up there. I'm a good streamer. I'm angry at myself. That is there. I'm sure nobody cared, but even so. Annoys me, and that's enough. See what I fucking mean? It's just a rot. Fine, but... annoys me when that shit happens. Profane weaponry. Grateful paragons. Zero cost. That's right. Jesus, a ward save. Ward save is just pure save. Just straight damage down. Yep, shit. Give me the Doom Totem and then that talisman. Bang and or ing. To be fair, we got a few turns before we're in position to deal with him. So when we get fully replenished up, we will probably go into a quest battle, likely the one for the Slayer of Kings. Breaking, by the way. Yes. So be prepared to go get a drink, go take a piss. Don't watch the ads. Don't give Twitch satisfaction, but do leave it on so that I make money. I kid, but not really. Slave to Darkness. That's just allied stuff. Charioteer. That's experience for horsemen. And then demon mounts does give me the necessary upgrades for god-specific stuff. I will watch ads then leave for my own stuff. Okay. If that is what you desire. I'm probably only go for about 3 hours anyway, so not too much longer anyway.
Real nutbuster!
Oh, shit.
WhatsApp_Ricky signed up 1 new recruits for the realm. What a real nutbuster.
I forgot to put that there. Okay, they gave it a Grizz as well. Ah, Ricky, you're a gene, you know it.
Tribesmen gather.
That over here, was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, that goes up first because it's many. Next. Oh, everything else is still in order. The new member, Grizz, yes. Yes, Grizz, the guy, the newest member. Ooh, that's break. They're over. All right. Yep, everything else is fine. You're on your way down to Kislev. Oh, you've selected an alternate route. Thanking. Nuki Nico. Oh, fuck off. Stop having friends with similar names and I won't get confused. One of them must change their name immediately. Preferably to Dave, because I like that name. I've known many Daves in my day and they've all been absolute G's. It is mandatory. Who dares text me now? Fun. Okay, so the curry place texted me twice. Balls. No, I don't have any money. Also, then go. Rimchard. Ah, you missed him. You've failed teams and you have failed yourself. Right, we shall roll them on further. Rimchard, there it is. Teams has been restored. All is right with the universe. How many subs for house renovation stream, Bill? Oh, do you want an actual answer to that question? Because I could probably give you an answer to that question. So picking out a ballpark figure for the house renovations. $5 grand sounds like a good mark, and I get 50% of subs gifted. The other half goes to Twitch because I am an affiliate, and therefore they fuck me hard. And if it's about, I believe I would get $2.50 for every sub. So I now need to go and calculate how much. Okay, so 5,000. Okay, so give me USD to GPB. 5,000 pounds is $6,316.50. At which point I then plug that number in, 6,316 cents, and I divide that by 2.5. You would need to give me, rounding up, 2,527 subs. Which, if we then calculate the actual cost for, we take that number and we times it by 5, for $5 per sub, that would be $12,633. Please. Actually, it depends. If you're paying in... what fucking currency would he pay in? Because I don't know if they do francs on Twitch. We'll do francs anyway. To get the actual cost for how much it's going to run Ricky. Is it Swiss franc? There it is. Nice, we actually did it. Sophomore. And you could get 100 subs to get the 60-40 split. Ah, yes, we have to factor in that maths. So it's probably a little bit less then, so... Oh, it's P, pound sterling. SRP. PU. Pound sterling. Fuck it, you know what? It's an amount, alright? It's a lot of money. Give me. It's about 2,500-ish. Then I will happily stream my house renovations. Or Bill uses Korean VPN and does it all for free. This is true. Ricky's worth more. And what's the ruin me? No, you asked for how many subs for a house renovation stream, and I gave you a straight answer. Don't give any other kind of answer. Oh, well, let's go get the Slayer of Kings in that case. What we got? Lots of warriors. Plenty of chariots. You could bring this down. Let's do it. Oh, Lucy's live. Brain is empty and I plan to share this with my enemies. Oh, Lucy, you're a card. Oh, here we go. Boss man's got to give a speech.
To bring me to my knees. Another who wishes me to bow before him, like he is some pitiless king. Does he think his pathetic sorceries will work on me or my followers? Come, my swords of chaos. Let us show this weakling conjurer who would be loyalty what I do to monarchs. He will see why I am the Lord of the End Times, why I am the ever-chosen, and why I will wield the Slayer of Kings.
Hell yeah. Reach it, boss man. Okay. So my initial problem here is those two hell cannons, which we can deal with. I like supporting you. Thank you so much. I just asked for fucking good content. You're getting good content. Fuck off. It is not mine fault if you cannot recognize the glory before your eyes. But we will probably, if we've ever got a few collabby things going on very soon. Right. I'll be the judge, and then you will judge. If you judge poorly, then you judge wrong. He's got knights, chariots. And my knights are better. It's fine. Horsemen. Let's have a look at these horse masters. Men masters. So they are the same, but they've got slightly tougher armor. And I think and their horses look a bit more metal as well, I think. Yeah. I am led to believe that they are strong. It's my answer. Put the marauders on the wings because they need to be blooded. Oh, by the way, I love that this is a feature in this game and no other. Thought at first said Bill has jazz music playing in the background, but it's my YouTube cooking videos. Dude, why would I have jazz playing in the background of fucking Archaeon the Ever-Chosen? It's a little strange, don't you believe? Seeing as he's got Cav, we'll put the halberdiers on the wings because they are anti-charge and anti-large. Hell yes. This is appropriate. It's not for this playthrough, it ain't. Actually, let's have a look at these the armored trolls. Okay, armored is a relative term, I believe. They've got some shit on their back, a couple of plates here and there. That's literally an Empire shield strapped to his thigh. I suppose he's more armored than not, so I'll give it a pass. Killing thousands to smooth jazz. Yes, but then there's killing thousands to the screams of their horrified relatives. Come on. Yes. I do apologize for. I would like to go longer, but you know, the wife. I have a feeling she is in need of cheering up. She does take prior. And if you have a problem with that, I invite you to kiss my ass. Yeah. So we'll send him forward, and a close approach. We'll send the other Chaos Knights around over in a wide approach. I think I could just turn on and just hero portraits. That helps me immensely. Harmony, because if I'm up against fucking Cathay, then that'll be useful. As long as he lives, we must destroy him or be overwhelmed. Years. Oh, it's on my list to do, don't worry. And we'll have Archaeon start draining him. Have the trolls walk because I don't want them going in immediately. Pull him out and cover his escape. Pretty good. I'm just keeping an eye on where his cannons are so that the Chaos Knights can get into them. Get them dealt with before they can cause too much more of an issue. Yeah, well, that's a nice big mass. Let's go charge into it. The halberds, I'll send them there. Have people start charging in. Get them stuck into the combat. And he keeps pulling in more and more reinforcements, so I will want to stifle that at some point. Actually going to divert him that way. Now pull the shielded warriors off and have the halberd wielding warriors in. And I see a clean approach to the hell cannon, so let's get into that before they cause too many more issues. I don't need it to be clean, I just need it to be done. Keep giving the enemy sorcerer the suck. Oh, yeah. Pull him round so they can start spearing the bloody spawn. The Marauders are backing off, but that's to be expected. Chaos Warriors with halberds should come out on top against Chaos Spawn and Chariots, so that should hopefully be a battle that we win. Seeing as they're all nice and grouped up, let's drop a rain of molten metal on them. Things he just did the same to me. Good. I believe that's both of his hell cannons dealt with, so let's pull them into another direction. Seeing as you're there, do you mind just dealing with these enemy Chaos Knights, please? Listen, thank you. I appreciate it might take you a minute, so how about it? There we go. Plague of Rust. Oh, luckily the Chaos Spawn are on the way out, so not that much of an issue. And there goes the last one, so they can start enveloping. Here are the other halberd Chaos Warriors. They're dealing some other spawn. Everybody is attacking what they should be. The hero is very wounded, so I'll keep him around for moral support. That's going very, very well. The cavalry are getting a bit chonked, so we're going to try and pull them out best we can. Actually, no. You guys, that way. You guys, there. Make sure I only pull out the people I want to pull out. Make sure if you're not engaged in combat that you continue to be, because this is a fight. Like, it's a Chaos Warriors versus Chaos Warriors. It's just a ball of violence, alright? And we just need our guys to be engaged in violence more commonly than their guys are. It is actually that easy. Chaos Warrior politics are not complicated. That's Knights and Cav there. But they are up against only Horsemen and Horse Masters. So it is probable that they'll win despite the fact that they're so close to the edge, because Marauder Horsemen do the big suck. There he is. And he's out of range. Shit. Well, that's a nice big grouping there then. I'll just get into that. Activate his aura, and yeah, this is going very well. So we're all, let's see, our efforts here will continue to make the Warriors of Chaos stronger. Because, you know, if they died to us, then they were clearly whelps and weren't deserving of the title, so, you know, that's how we justify it. But then again, we're Warriors of Chaos, we don't need to justify shit. Right, pull them out before they get too much more heavily damaged. See if we can't worm Archaeon out. We can kill his sorcerer, and that'll be a big morale win for us. Oh, they're over there. Then forward. Oh, they're currently stuck into a unit of Spawn, so they'll be there in a minute. Because Spawn are unbreakable, and it is kind of their biggest asset as a unit. The fact that they are unbreakable makes them a big big annoying wall that they have to deal with also, you know, creates opportunities like that. Oh, there he is. Give him the suck. Charge him in as well, just for good measure. Now that this mass is free, we'll have it collapse on the enemy backline here. Very good. But was this literally? It's just some chariots and what's left of his bloody cannons. I mean, yes, we've taken a good number of losses here, but it's for a good cause, and we're in our home province, so we'll regen it pretty quickly. Warriors that are rallying. Yeah. Good, get back in there, you pointless whelps. Because until you are at least warriors of chaos, you are not deserving of my love. Get out. That's warriors being schmacked about. Push this guy over here, my champion, just to make sure these guys are getting moral support. What are we then? Well, you especially, Dove, you are. You're fully blooded and ready to go. Come on. Anyone in this community is deserving of love. It is Lucy, but then it's you. Well, I mean, now you are because you're subbed, so now I am contractually obligated to. Did I? Where's the? Push him in there. Well, okay, that's all shattered except for him, but he's pretty far out, so I'm sure he's going to be fine. So there we go. I believe there aren't any spawn left because they all already suicidally charged in my line, so I think we're good. As far as I know. Yeah, there he goes. Lucy and Doc are also equally precious. This is true. This is very true. Very good. I think that went very well. Yes. Right, so that's the Slayer of Kings, which makes Archaeon slap much harder. Is very good, very good. I think that's one of, I want to say 4 quest battles for Archaeon because he's got Slayer of Kings, Eye of Shirian. I think he's got the Armor of Morkar. And then I forget the last one's probably his helmet. To be fair, I'll take the money and the souls. Attack-minded, that's certainly one way of describing Archaeon. They're kings, which gives me Corn Authority, Undivided Authority, Corruption, Ability, and only 7 melee attack. I thought it would be higher. I suppose his ability probably makes up for it. Because to be fair, I don't actually recall what it does. I say we're in our home province, so we are replenishing at great haste, which is absolutely killer. You want upgrade? Yeah, we need the branding irons with these guys. Ooh, you can actually go up. You're still not knights and therefore are not worthy of my love, but you know, you're getting closer. I encourage you to keep trying. Right, so can I? Where is it? There it is. So King's is, yeah, base weapon damage, armor pit. Yeah, so it makes him slap incredibly fucking hard. Shirian, and yeah, Crown Domination. We've got a few left to go. Exalted Heroes. I don't really make great use of them, at least not currently. Warband upgrades for undivided units. That's well, seeing as Archaeon is going to be an undivided lord. Strength for Chaos Knights. Strength for Chosen. Don't have Chosen just yet, so we won't do that one. Get the Fetid Gallipot up. Because any replenishment bonus is always good if I've got nothing else going. I'm just holding off for now because we don't have any Chosen. But we are quite close to that not being the case anymore, because these guys only have to get one more rank. Like, he's very close, and he'll be chosen. True ass slappers of chaos. It'll be glorious, I tell you. Guard veteran, get him some health. Next, we have lots of favor, because the gods do love it when I slap one of their own about. What else to build? Honestly, probably another shrine. There's many in capacity for sorcerers. Pretty good. All favor channeled into making sure that we maintain our favor, because we want to get this higher, because if we're going to get Kolek an army, it's going to be expensive. Charioteers coming up. Very good. What? What do you want? I mean, I'm looking to vassalize you lot. You've got the word chaos in your names, and that makes you my bitches by right. Say no. Because if you're offering me a non-aggression pact, then clearly you're not in a position to do anything nasty to me. I'm going to let you simmer. And then when I'm on my way to go pull down Kislev, I'll come vassalize you on my way past. I believe that's really the play. Very good. Very, very good. My plans and machinations come together very nicely. It'll be probably the armor of Morcar. I have Shirian. Good one then. Oh, we already had armor of Morcar. Okay. I mean, I'll pursue them when I'm not about to execute a war against Nurgle, which in itself promises to be a sordid affair in many accounts. It's all fine. Just to make sure I've not got anything. Ooh, I do have aspiring champions in the wings. Play Archaeon instead. Do you mind play Archaeon instead of Nurgle? I don't know. I was digging more of the Archaeon vibe, which, to be fair, is an easy vibe to dig because Archaeon is Archaeon. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like, because Nurgle is fun, don't get me wrong, especially because I finally worked out how the hell his recruitment works, which isn't nearly as problematic as I originally imagined it to be, because I originally thought the Nurgle recruitment was you only get the opportunity to recruit a unit when the life cycle of that building, because their buildings go in cycles, comes up, and then you've got to wait for it to happen again. But no, it's actually those units go into a pool, which, because Nurgle summons his units like most demons, and the maximum size of that pool increases with the more recruitment buildings of that type you have. So if you have the, I think they're called the fetid poppies, they increase the total number of, oh Christ, what are they called? I was about to say bloodletters, but now it's Nurgle. Plague bearers. The total number of plague bearers you can have in that pool at one time. But every time the recruitment building for the plague bearers upgrade, like kind of goes to the next stage of its life cycle, it deposits a plague bearer into the pool. So you will naturally accrue units over time as your units go through their life cycles. But you need to build up a larger, like a higher level settlement in order for your recruitment buildings to go through the later stages of their life cycles. And the later stages of their life cycles are where you get greater plague bearers and beasts of Nurgle, and the Great Unclean One especially. So it's very important that you do that. Now, that's a lot easier than I thought it was. Having said that, still a pain in the ass, and Nurgle is more reliant on his corruption being present in a province than any other Chaos faction. Like, Khorne can make peace with it. He's honestly fine. Just having corruption in his province makes it easier for him. Tzeentch, again, very good, but specializes in fucking with people non-directly. So it's kind of not a thing for them. Slaanesh, the corruption is good and necessary if you're going to really militarily roll into a province. But if you've done your job right, then you're reaching out into that province long before you send your armies into there, and the corruption is a byproduct of you fucking quite literally with people and other factions. So Nurgle, however, really suffers if his corruption isn't there. It helps him move faster, it helps him replenish much faster, and it's really fucking vital to keeping a province yours. So you really want to be building lots of Nurgle buildings in there, lots of like the Nurgle corruption buildings in there. Luckily, you're spoiled for choice because most of his buildings give Nurgle corruption, and especially if you're playing like I was about to say Carbunter, Kagath, like even mid-level Kagath just kicks out Nurgle corruption like you wouldn't believe. That and plagues give it as well, and you want to be kicking out plagues, even if they're only little cheap plagues to unlock symptoms. You have to spread plagues of certain types to get symptoms later on down the line. And then you can use those symptoms in cooperation with your plagues to then make the giga plagues that debilitate armies and stuff. And so you need to constantly be spreading those smaller plagues to build up the symptoms to then unleash a much nastier plague upon your enemies. So you always want to be doing that, and that gives corruption as well. But you know, Nurgle is a very slow, very crawling campaign, which I suppose thematically makes sense. Nurgle has the slowest build-up but the most unstoppable role, because a high-level Nurgle army is basically impossible to kill. Like Greater Plague Bearers, the Chosen of Nurgle, Beasts of Nurgle, Greater Plague Toads, the Great Unclean Ones are all very, very, very tough units. They're very difficult to bring down, even with gunnery and the like. Like a late-game Empire army will struggle, and that's if it isn't plagued, because if it is plagued, there's a symptom in particular called, I think it's called Weeping Eyes, I want to say. If you infect them with that, it's minus 10% range and minus 20 accuracy, which is pretty fucking damning if it's a late-stage Empire army, which has like lots of handgunners and the like, and that affects artillery as well. So artillery is shorter range, and it's not nearly as accurate. Which, especially if you've got Hellblaster volley guns, yes, true, but not so much. But the Hell Volley rocket batteries, if you've got those, they're already indirect and inaccurate. If you start fucking with their accuracy, they're going to be pulling way wide of where you shot them, and that's just hilarious. So yeah, so I do understand Nurgle. I will probably play him eventually because I am very interested to try that out. But I was feeling a far more Archaeon, pull the fucking world down. Let's go. It is the season of war. Yeah. Let's go. I don't know why, it was the vibe I was feeling. What can I say? I woke up this morning and felt villainous. Everything else is fine. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about how the gods of chaos work. I swear to God, I'm a good boy. Don't call the Inquisition on me. What have I actually got coming? Demon mounts. Yes, and then I'll do the searing branding iron. Get some marks of corn going. I've not gone terribly long left, but I've still got some time. Get that up. Citadel's just fine. Writhing Fortress has some time before it's ready to go up to Dark Fortress. Go on your way to Kislev. Gather me some intel before you inevitably get murdered by something, because you will. Although I now wonder what our ranks within the Chaos Hierarchy would be. If he's a lord, what would we be? Well, given your propensity for things like warlocks and dark power, immediately, well, you're a sorcerer. Just immediately, probably of Zinch. Like, because machinations and arcane power and forbidden knowledge, if that all tickles your pickle, then there you go. Chris, for his frequency of illnesses and various maladies, and the fact that he's stuck in a constant cycle of getting into and having his heart shattered by various women. Yeah, Nurgle. Straight up. He is stuck in static karma and is constantly plagued by various maladies. He is a disciple of Nurgle. So, yeah. Staying undivided very much. Well, I'll take it. Well, there you go then. But, so you're Sindri then, basically. As for myself, my tendencies trend towards Khorne, but I know for a fact I wouldn't be able to turn down the temptations of Slaanesh by the second, because sex, drugs, rock and roll. You're gonna have a very hard time convincing me out of that. Come on. But you play for a while. But yeah, no. To be fair, I do trend towards Undivided as well, because I enjoy all of the gods and all of their gifts, to be honest. I like going around them as time permits, but I have a soft spot in my heart for Khorne, because holy shit, ruffle stomping things with a great big ball of violence that is a late game Khorne army, Greater Bloodletters, Chosen of Khorne, Berserkers of Khorne, Bloodthirsters, all the like. Holy shit, just curb stomping literally everything that comes across your path as a red, big, angry ball of fucking violence, leaving but a trail of a river of blood and a pile of gore in your wake. God, that's fun. fucking with people as Slanesh. God, that's a lot of fun. Like getting your hooks into people before they even realize they're fucked. That's a lot of fun. Zinch, just reducing your enemies into a pile of burning giblets before they get to you. That's a lot of fun. And then there's the old, you know, just rotting, corrupting, happy about it nature of Nurgle, because Nurgle's a bit like the Orcs in the fact that he's one of the only factions in the mythos of 40k, not 40k and Warhammer in general, because it's demons, so across all of it. It's just he's just having a good time. They're happy with it. Like God, like. I enjoy the shit out of the story of Kagath. I really, really do. The story of like Kagath, this great, one of the most powerful brewmasters and great unclean ones out there, started as but a happy little squalid nurgling upon grandfather's shoulders, and he was happy. He was watching with absolute glee as grandfather worked on a concoction in his great cauldron that was going to be the greatest thing he ever created. When dumbass little nurgling Kagath leaned forward just a little too far and slipped, presumably on the writhing backpass of Nurgle, and fell into the fetid cauldron. And when he opened his mouth, when he fell into the cauldron, found that the vomitous concoction that was in it was just divine, and just drank and kept drinking, and it tasted amazing. And as he drank the pustulant stew, he realized that he had drunk all of it, and suddenly felt terrible that he had taken this concoction that was the greatest thing Nurgle had ever cooked up from him. But Nurgle, when he looked up, could only see a massive grin stretch from ear to leaky ear of grandfather's face, because he looked upon a brand new great unclean one beneath him, and he was so proud of one of his favorite children becoming such a great example of his pustulant glory. But Kagath, feeling terrible, decided that he was going to make it up to grandfather, because he couldn't stand the fact that he had taken something from him. And he's going to make it up to him by becoming the greatest brewmaster that ever was. He's going to keep mixing up cauldron. He's going to keep mixing up concoctions and keep developing diseases and poxes and pustulations to make sure that Nurgle can get his great concoction back, and that he can make it up to grandfather. And in doing so, he is making grandfather very, very proud. And I fucking love that story. I adore it wholeheartedly.
Grandfather would be most displeased.
Like I say, they're a fucked up faction, and they're all coming apart at the seams, but, you know, they're all having the best time of it. Interesting that I'm actually resistant to the attrition in this region. I didn't think that would be the case. Give him more health, because he's going to fucking need it.
The slaughter begins.
Oh, because it's probably my vassal's territory. If I go into here, that's probably going to cause me problems. You go up to Chosen. Yes, and now we're getting the big boys. All fine. Ooh, actually, what rank do you need to be to go up to 6? To be fair, it's not as high. That's all as it should be. Drum is going up to what it should be, and I think Howling Citadel, no, it's going up to level 3. Okay. It's all coming up. Archaeon. How many gifted units? No, I think I need to do the Gifts of Chaos for that. These are all special units, but not quite. Anyway, I was looking at the fucking Aspiring Champions. I will honestly swap out the trolls for them, because they become rather silly the later we get with the various gifts that they can receive. So I will keep a couple of units of those in Archaeon's army. They're incredibly adorable, like being happy, Nurgle being a happy grandparent, repeatedly telling their grandchild they don't know him anything, but the grandchild will totally do it. That's what I mean. Like, Kagath is doing it because he just feels awful, but Nurgle's just happy to have him there, you know? Oh, but it would appear the Skaven have been doing my bloody job for me. That's what I mean. This is as opposed to like the other stories that you get throughout Chaos, which is for example, it's Scarbrand. I actually don't remember fully how he displeased Khorne. think it's because he struck him, if I remember correctly. He got angry, funny enough, and struck out at Khorne. But, yeah, it's just that Skarbrand kept trying to collect the greatest offering he could. But eventually got pissed off or ambitious and challenged Khorne, and Khorne just gave him a bit of a slap and exiled him. Cursed him with an eternal, unquenchable rage, which is impressive considering he was already a demon of one. And now Skarbrand wanders aimlessly, collecting the skulls of whatever he can, hoping to get back into Deceived by a Lord of Change. There you go. I don't actually remember Skarbrand's story. So seeing as we're probably going to end on this one, I'll take this fight. So I'll continue to siege. I'll grab a ram and then we'll go in with that. I mean, he's probably not going to sally forth because if he does, he's going to lose. Where am I hearing a cat? Oh, yeah. Good kitty. That's good.
My Eldritch wins, yes.
Interesting that Kislev is not a Dark Fortress, but Prague is. Also, when I get to the Lands of Order and I start turning their cities into Dark Fortresses, I will be renaming them. Because the Dark Fortress of Prague doesn't really make much sense to me. I wonder if Altdorf is one. I wonder if I can check. I think I'd have to know it's there first, right? Oh, for... Why would you do that? Fine. I was hoping to have the grand edifice of it, but no, we had to ruin it. Fuck. Bloody Nurglites. Yeah, no, stuff like that. And I actually know absolutely nothing of Nakari. I know a bit about the mask, but I know nothing of Nakari. And then obviously Kairos is the Vizier of Zinch. One head speaks the truth and the other lies. Are you a gene stealer? No. Yes, I know it. Like... You lurd. Yes, kitty. Very good kitty. Don't worry, I'm not long off. Righty-ho. How to tackle this? I'm up against a Nurgle, which means he's rather tough, and I'd like to keep at range. But considering I'm Warriors of Chaos, it's not really that much of an option. So we're just going to have to get in there and club him harder than he clubs us. We'll kind of have the... We'll have the Halberdiers on the side kind of as a hit squad, just in case he throws anything particularly mean at us. Offensive infantry on the side. No, we'll have them in the front. Because we are up against Nurgle, and therefore Nurgle probably doesn't have any ranged units, at least none that I can remember. So we'll put the unshielded, more aggressive units in the front because, I mean, we're up against Nurgle. We're going to have to club him faster than he can club us. Seeing as we also don't have any ranged units. Because I would like to keep him at range, but considering our lack of it, we kind of don't have a choice on the matter. Come here. There we are. Might as well put the whelps in. Maybe they will be inspired by the presence of the Chosen, who, by the way, God, they look sexy. I mean, now they've got the skin over the shields, all the various demon-possessed shields, and then their blades are burning, and they themselves look cool. Oh, it's just... I do enjoy that the coolness factor is literally a linear curve with the totem pole of the Warriors of Chaos. Oh, it's so fun. I mean, you're not going to beat the Warriors of Khorne, though. God, they just look cool. Skarbrand was the happiest of corny boys. A Lord of Change went up to him and asked, why, if he was the greatest of bloodthirsters, bane of everything living, did not take... Why, if he was the greatest bane of everything living, did not take Khorne's skull and attain godhood. Skarbrand decided to attack Khorne. What ensued could only be described as Khorne finally having a bit of a warm-up, after which Skarbrand was cursed with eternal rage, once again trying to receive his master's blessing. Yes, but one thing the Lord of Change did not foresee was that by doing this he gave Khorne an eternal follower, forever collecting skulls in his master's dark name. Anyway, there you go. So, in trying to inspire treachery in Khorne's ranks, instead he gave Khorne his greatest weapon yet. Yeah, sounds like something a Lord of Change would do, because, you know, change is neither malevolent... Yes, cat. It's neither malevolent... Oh, I suppose you want your food, don't you? Yeah, to be fair, we're not long off. I'll give it to you in a moment.
masters! Witness me!
Right. Alright. Trailed. Hang on.
Chosen!
Dead. I've done a silly and I've not grouped my units again. Stop turning off the guard and move forward. Then have them be a hit squad and engage them where they need to be. Just behind the line, Archaeon goes in, but slowly. Let him fly over. Those are plague toads. God, I hate them. And poison chaos warhounds. I suppose that makes sense. I'm gonna back them up. Oh, what are we dealing with? Fucking nurglings. They're just silly. That's his lord, the Great Unclean One. Forsaken, some plague bearers. He hasn't got any exalted plague bearers, and that's the key point. That's it. Get stuck in. Try not to open your mouth too much. You go in for the Great Unclean One for obvious reasons. I'm going to back you up, actually. Yeah, I'm going to bring you around there. I've allowed them to charge me, which I should never do, but yeah, is what it is. You start turning on your buffs. Start sapping the spirit of the big fat boy. Go in for the Great Unclean One. He's the biggest thing here. It is your job. It's a beast. Oh dear. I'm actually going to turn off the HUD on this one. Because seeing as it's just a great big punchy mess. It's cool. And to be fair, I think let's get the toads gone so that we can start hitting the Nurglites in the ass, because I don't like this concave they got on me. I mean, these warhounds will die pretty quickly, but it's the consequences of the warhounds that I'm more worried about. These are aspiring champions. The overwhelmingly large boys of Archaeon's inner circle. They're not particularly well upgraded yet, but they will be. Up them forward. I think that's all the it's all the toads gone, so now it's just nurglings. Who come in balls. Like to punchy hole into something that does not need a hole. Your penance is to punchy hole for eternity. Thanks in advance, literally. When it works. Marauders of Nurgle. They're like normal marauders, just with jaundice. But it's just a wall of violence. This is why I play Warriors of Chaos, because it's just fun. I'm getting into the rest of it. So I'm actually going to tell them to just charge and kill those, kill the Nurglings. Huge amount of this crowd has just turned on that Great Unclean One. But I'll turn everyone around except for the Halberdiers, because they're anti-large and that is a big boy. I do enjoy that his primary weapon is a bell and that you can hear it. Oh, it's just the Marauders. To be fair, I don't blame them for having had enough. You're not done yet? You are. Good. Because these guys could do with some help. Don't worry, I'll give them a good whipping later. Stopping them up first, though. Another that's fired. Let's give him a suck. And that should be him. There it is. And Decayed dies with a whimper, just as it should. Yeah, that's the mass banishment. Very good. The tiny detail, but it's big. The fact that you can devolve chosen into spawns. There's usually no reason to do it, but fucking amazing that there's a fine line between demonic gift becoming a quivering flesh mass. Oh yeah, absolutely. But that you can take your best troops and just devolve them into spawns. I like to think of it as punishment. Like if a particular unit of chosen has displeased you in a sufficiently annoying fashion, you can punish them by literally taking all of their souls, or what's left of them, mashing them together into a sordid mass, a rebus of utter corruption, and then having that mutate into its form of just a quivering mass of squalid flesh that it just hates the fact that it's alive and is in constant pain. Fitting justice, I think. Right, I did say I would end on that, and I do intend on keeping that promise. Let us see if people are still streaming. I think Lucy is. Yes, Lucy is still streaming, so we're gonna raid Lucy. Apologies if you're just turning up. That's going to be it for me. I'm afraid you've missed all the Dark God praising and the smashing of various order tides and me kind of upping my stature in the way of the Chaos Gods. But don't worry, this is a continuing campaign, and if you're interested, do give us a follow, because Total War is what I do. I like to think I'm good at it. So if you want to see some Archaeon, there you go. But other than that, I'm going to raid some Lucy. But thank you very much, everyone, for joining us, because I want to play Archaeon now. It's not my fault I'm good at it. I've infected you with the bug of the Dark Gods. Yeah, that's it. There she is. Give me. Right. Right. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. It's been an absolute blast. Again, if you haven't already, please give us a follow. I mean, if you've been in for this long, please. But yes, yeah, I'm probably going to be back later with a bit of Void Crew, later being a nebulous term on this one. But yes, yeah, it's going to be me. Again, apologies if you're just turning up. If you want to see this campaign again, it is an ongoing campaign, so give us a follow. Okay, in a bit.